Hello again everyone and welcome back to Deus Ex. We're back here in the UNATCO offices on Liberty Island and we can retinal pattern match Agent Denton authorized for entry. Nice. Can't go in there, we can't lockpick it or break it down. So let's carry on. We need to go to Manderley's office.
Remember
apparently.
That Mr. Manderley wants to see you. Level 2. His secretary, Janice Reed, has your login and password.
Janice Reed. So this is level 1. So this is the actual facility we're in now, not just the reception area. Yeah, we did. Sergeant Michael Berry.
The NSF won't try that trick again. Hell of a first day.
Oh, this is your first day as well. We can try and break into that if we wanted to, but do we want to? I don't know. We can try and break into that as well, but do we want to? I don't know. We do have 2 lockpicks, and each door would take one
so
pick.
People in New York.
So we'll save the game just to see if we can actually do it. Again, I feel like this might be breaking some kind of policy, but... New York. President Philip Riley Meade's executive order repeating the United States to the United Nations is viewed by many as a positive step towards global peace, but others sense darker motives at work. Some sources have privately commented that the order is nothing more than a tacit endorsement of a new world government and its private military, the United Nations Anti-Terrorist Coalition, UNATCO. Few can forget Meade's impassioned declaration that the shattered Statue of Liberty would not be repaired, but instead stand as a reminder that terrorism must be eradicated if we are to be free. It was shortly thereafter that Liberty Island was selected as the location of UNATCO headquarters. Their dubious charter highlighted by the mysterious and still largely unexplained circumstances behind the statue bombing. No doubt President Meade's words will be remembered, even as he sells out his country to the foreign powers that have sought to destroy it for nearly 3 centuries. Oof. There's a book here. Because UNATCO will often deal with situations that cannot easily be contained, agents may unfortunately need to interact with the press. If you are not trained for such interaction, do not speak with journalists regardless of nationality. They are skilled in misdirection and propaganda. Refuse comment. Remember, security procedures are our first line of defense. Secrets are lives. Always refer reporters at crime scenes to UNATCO information officers and fact management teams. Roger that. So that's a weapon modification, which is pretty nice. Where is the weapon? I was there, so we can put it on. What can we upgrade it with? We'll upgrade the bow. Yeah, we'll upgrade the mini crossbow. Why not? I think we already upgraded the pistol, didn't we? So it's not a bad shout.
We'll finish the job when we get to Manhattan.
Right, now we try this one. There we go, that's our lockpick's broken, but hey ho. A multi-tool, that could be useful. We can play some b-ball. That worked. We lockpicked to get a multi-tool and the lockpick. I feel that's a net profit at the end of the day, so we'll take that, you know? There's nothing else hidden in this room. I feel like they'd be smart enough to try and hide something, but no. Nope. Oh, I don't want to shut myself in. There we go. Let's carry on further down. So this is level 2. Oh, there is.
You found your office.
Hey!
Did Janice give you your login? I guess not. Let's see. JCD password Bionic Man.
Bionic Man. Let's break down this cardboard box. Note received. UNATCO login, JCD, password is Bionic Man. Okay. Classification. The UN has 9 levels of security above top secret. Really? This manual all material that is not otherwise marked is classified as Angel/0A. If you are not Angel/0A above, report immediately to your supervisor or face disciplinary action. Other classifications will be explained upon reaching high clearance. In its efforts to combat terrorism, the UN has created UNATCO for the swift deployment of a coordinated force to counteract any insurgent operations. You are justifiably proud to be part of this organisation. Your physical capabilities place you within the upper 1% of national ground combat units. All your mental capabilities have been honed to sharpness by the UNATCO Academy. But as part of a larger organization, you also understand the necessity to heed orders from your superiors without hesitation. Your superiors are typically briefs on matters for which you may not be cleared, and hesitation on the part of an agent can result in a serious impairment of mission objectives and attendant casualties. UNATCO has faith in you, and this faith will be rewarded in due time as your operational capacities are increased. Brave the darkness, for you carry the torch of freedom. That's very... That's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Pro... God, why? Why is it so hard to remember the name of it? It's very... Patriotic, that's the one. Patriotic. In carrying out their duties, UNATCO agents often come in contact with the public. You are a peacekeeper and your first objective is to safeguard human life. Though terrorists may see an advantage in harming civilians, UNATCO agents do not. Issue a warning before firing at a suspect, and always instruct bystanders to get down on the ground. Refrain from firing into large crowds. Every civilian hurt is collateral damage. However, keep in mind that no civilian with a clearance below Angel/0A should be trusted and may be a potential spy. Anyone can be a spy, and secrecy is our ally. Roger that. Cardboard box. There's nothing in there, that's fine. Well, let's log in here. So it's JCD and Bionic Man. Okay. Hey, CraigWL. Guess I'll have to start. This is from J Reyes. That's the guy who was in charge of the training, wasn't it? Guess I'll have to get used to calling you JC around the office. Not sure where they came up with that, but at least they gave you the same last code name as your brother. Anyways, whatever they're calling you, it's good to see a familiar name on the roster. My first job here has been to read up on your augmentations. I'm beginning to see why you found classes so easy. Every neuron in your head has been augmented. For example, the voice in your head from an operator, someone here at HQ able to handle the scanning equipment in your skull and broadcast advice of your infolink, leaps fully formed right into your temporal lobe, bypassing the eardrum and its sensory neurons. And it's perfectly inaudible to everyone around you, of course, not to mention that nanites claimed to your axons can both receive and transmit symbolic information. So if you ever need help, don't sweat it, someone at HQ probably already knows. Come by if you want to hear more, this is great stuff, Jamie. Nano augmentation and you. I was asked by the regional medical coordinator to forward this information to all of you. I do so without further comments, Dr. Reyes. By now you've heard about the upcoming transition to nano augmentation. It's coming, but not as soon as you think. UNATCO has only one nano augmented agent, with the second just now graduating from the academy. It'll be years before the program leaves the laboratory. So me and Paul are the only ones. Is that correct? Your mechanical augmentations are not obsolete. Some agents express concern that they will be walking junk in 10 years. One agent expressed their fears in an anonymous email, saying will be SLD at flea markets. Old grey golems for scaring the children. So what about my legs? What about my life? Keep some perspective. Prosthetics remain the only proven technology for enhancing human abilities. Those who make the sacrifice are appreciated, commended, and saluted as heroes. Right, so nano-augmented agents will often encounter stress created by resentment among fellow agents, particularly those who have been mechanically augmented. In an effort to secure freedom and liberty for those under their protection, many UNATCO agents have been chosen to sacrifice social acceptance for mission performance by surgically replacing limbs and organs with mechanically or electronically enhanced equivalents. But your nano-augmentations point the way to the future, thousands of microscopic living organic machines that exist in symbiosis with your body. Because such augmentations create only minimal disfigurements, they are likely to be a source of friction between you and other mechanically augmented agents, but it is important to understand that UNATCO is an organization where individuals must act in concert. Each is important to the whole, and mutual understanding is essential to teams comprised of diverse human and augmented agents. If you have any further questions or wish to discuss these issues, please feel free to send an email to Carver Rochelle's UNATCO, etc., to make an appointment, and welcome to UNATCO agents. Right, so nano-augmented agents are not the most popular among agents because they are seen as like the next level, and there's a lot of fears that others might be replaced. Interesting. Am I allowed in here?
Your partner for the next assignment, Anna Navarra, is in the adjoining break room to the east. Maybe you should
Anna Navarra,
yourself.
that's the Russian lady, isn't it? Hello. For far too long, terrorists have exploited international tensions and regional legislative variations to elude authorities. A significant step was made towards eliminating these legal loopholes when US President Philip Riley Meade lobbied the Congress to make the US a UNATCO member nation. Enough is enough, he declared in his landmark State of the Union address, and the citizens of the United States responded with enthusiastic endorsement of his position. Not only did the United States become a charter member of UNATCO, but UNATCO headquarters are now located on Liberty Island, in the shadow of that shattered monument to freedom. UNATCO deals not only with terrorist threats, but also any transgressions of the international legal code, including drug trafficking, software piracy, and money laundering. With the full support of the United States, UNATCO was for the first time able to truly declare itself the world's policeman. That's a scary declaration, to be honest.
Mind if I call you JC?
No, don't ever do that again. Don't you even think about it. Why does this room have 2 doors? Scandalous. Is this the break room? It is. There's Anna and Gunther. Is that a pinball machine? There's a pinball machine here. I don't know if I'm winning or not. That's President Philip Meade looking very blocky over there. There's a vase. Anything hidden away? Nope. No idea what she's saying. Another newspaper. Cape Canaveral. NASA scientists confirm that the eroded remains of the Alba Patera crater on Mars precisely match the face of President Meade. It's him, declared senior planetary specialist Kevlar Umler. That's his nose, that ridge. See the crater rim marking his hairline? The way he combs his hair appearing in this region of parallel valleys? The White House had no comment. However, Martin Wisdom, president of EA Enemies of Aliens, told Midnight Sun, "This is the evidence we've been looking for, a warning that Mr. Meade is not human. He's probably a Martian general, a war hero coming here to conquer the Earth with the assistance of the United Nations." That is probably a conspiracy theory too far.
Are you sure you pressed the right button?
I do not make mistakes of that kind.
Your hand might have slipped.
No, I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime.
The machine would not make a mistake.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
So you think the staff has some kind of plot?
Yes, they do that on purpose.
So Gunther got a lemon and lime drink instead of an orange one, and now he's just
My
furious.
new partner, JC.
My vision is
Oh
augmented.
dear me.
Better to look good than to
I
have
didn't
the
mean to skip that.
distractions of another agent who needs backup.
Forgive my interruption. I just wanted to say that I look forward to working with you, Agent Navarra. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to be briefed by Mr. Manderley.
I do not expect you to perform as well as Agent Herman, but the mission will require us to do more than frighten the NSF with our baggy coats that make us look bigger than we really are.
I am prepared to perform my duties.
For instance, not to be a man running into enemy lines without coordinated military assault.
No problem.
Roger that. That's a secondary goal completed.
I have to prepare for the mission.
Okay, Gunther.
You will be working with Anna Navarra.
Roger that. Candy bar. Vending machine. Soda.
Manderley says, sit out this one. I am filing another protest.
He's fuming. Can I interest you? The can is blank except for the phrase product placement here. It's unclear whether this is a name or an invitation. I will use that, and I will use the candy bar as well. I almost wanted to get the orange soda and try and give it to him. Public computer terminal. Oh boy, okay. The question must be asked, is the global rise of terrorism a haphazard response to a decimated economy, or is there a pattern? Does UNATCO face coordinated ideological opposition? Some groups, Silhouette in France for instance, have declared a meme war, or a war of meanings in their terminology. They spread email and pamphlets that lampoon the UN's proposal for a one-world democracy, a tedious exercise in rudimentary propaganda. With sophistries and doublespeak, they portray freedom as obedience, democracy as tyranny, and UNATCO as the perpetrator of terrorism, an idea as shocking as it is reprehensible. Other organisations, such as the self-proclaimed Revolutionary National Secessionist Forces, NSF, in the US, claim allegiance to the meme war, but are in fact no better than common criminals. They desire territory and wealth at the expense of society at large. Their civil war is merely a smokescreen for criminal activity. Any population can be quickly turned against such revolutionaries simply by educating them about the UN's policies and goals. Joseph Mandley, Director at UNATCO. Threat profiling, symbolic attacks, the Statue of Liberty bomb bombing the desecration of the Soviet War Memorial in Berlin, the department store shooting sprees on Orchard Road in Singapore are the recourse of the weak. They serve only to call attention to a group or cause that is of no more than marginal interest to the public. But what distinguishes true terrorist activity is its gradual escalation towards genuine acts of war. Fringe groups now have access to technology that allows direct assaults on governments, including the classical trio of nuclear, biological, or chemical war weaponry, (NBC). But aside from the direct assaults on a nation and its people, indirect attacks can cause considerable collateral damage. Rogue software can disrupt financial markets, communications, and military operations, while encryption programs allow terrorists to coordinate smuggling operations in secret right over the net. That's a concerning development. Drugs, guns, illegal immigrants, and even heavy equipment such as armored vehicles and cruise missiles are routinely traded across borders, aided and abetted by such software. UNATCO, the first organisation with the technology, manpower, and authority to cope with such threats, is an idea that is long overdue. So the NSF. The National Secessionist Forces, NSF, remain a very real and increasingly widespread terrorist threat. 10 years ago, in response to the Sporting Weapons Act of 2042, splinter groups from nearly every state militia refused to surrender their rifles, grenades, landmines, and other collectibles prohibited by the Act. Unified under the charismatic leadership of Leon Woods, these isolated fanatics eventually formed the NSF, with Woods assuming the rank of general. Their intended goal, the liberation of Washington, Montana, Oregon, and Northern California. While Woods died during his infamous last stand in 2045, his war machine continues what can only be termed an occupation of the United States, aided by an encrypted network designed by dissident computer scientists from San Francisco and Seattle. Currently, the UNATCO Cryptography Division has had minimal success in cracking their communications, requiring more direct intelligence gathering techniques to be utilised. The UN has declared war on the NSF. Lovely. Silhouette, famous for inserting 20th century style commercials into the net broadcast of the World Cup in 2050. Silhouette favours feats of spectacle over violence. Printed circuits part of this nutritious breakfast, the announcer told children in one of the World Cup commercials. You ain't mech till you eat mech. A mech boy chews a memory chip. Boys who eat organics get stomped by their post-human classmates. Mech boys in UNATCO helmets and metal boots take turns kicking another boy. Despite their numerous pranks, these intellectuals, artists, and labour organisers pose a serious threat. They are well armed and have been linked to the murders of numerous European politicians and journalists. They will not hesitate to use lethal force. So they're like mysterious, but also quite effective. The Triads. UNATCO's surveillance of Hong Kong is currently a high priority given the renewed threat of Chinese organised crime in the form of the Triads. Despite being a model of prosperity and technological leadership for decades, Hong Kong persists as a haven for organised crime. The Triads, namely the Luminous Path and Red Arrow, vie for control of the 10 trillion credit shipping business, much of which supplies Greater Asia with pirated technology, illegal drugs and weapons. Most disturbing of all, the Triads preach an ethic of technology that has found enthusiastic support among small shopkeepers and businessmen who often aid the gangsters and buy their bootlegged software. Gullible and greedy, this army of middlemen remain insensitive to how their violations of intellectual property and copyright laws damage the global information economy. And then we have other threats. UNATCO operatives have identified over 1,250 terrorist organisations active in the world today, some too small to currently present a serious threat, but all eager to see one or more governments topple. Groups such as the Templars, oh boy, and X-51, Western US, will be dealt with in subsequent volumes of Know Your Enemy. Lovely. Okay. What's this ATM? I mean, I'll hack into it. If I can hack into it, I'll hack into it. I'm assuming there's going to be no issue caused here. I doubt Gunther's going to get annoyed. I'll just take 150. Thank you. Excellent. And we healed another point as well. Brilliant. Wonderful stuff. Okay. So that's locked. That's Mandley's office, who we need to see. That's also locked. That goes down even further.
It was quiet till sundown. Then all hell broke loose.
We have... Let's go in here. Ah, damn it, that was a complete waste of time. Yeah, that's a bit of a disappointment. Oh well, let's go and see Mandalay, I suppose. Hello!
Good work out there, Mr. Denton. Mr. Mandalay said you handled yourself nicely. Welcome to UNATCO HQ. Our little family keeps getting bigger.
Little
Mr.
family.
Manderley available?
Yes, go right in. By the way, your computer account is ready. Log in JCD, password Bionic Man.
Alex already told me. Thanks.
That's very blunt, isn't it, Bionic
He's
Man?
waiting, JC.
Thank you, Janice. What's this
Still
date cubes
going to
there?
make a mess.
Just FYI, your new password is Night Killer. I know you led that mission in Paris against the old terrorist organization or whatever it was. Your login is still J Mandalay. So I might be able to get into a computer on his account if I tried. Critical location bonus, lovely. Hello Mandalay, how are you doing? In carrying out their duties, UNATCO agents often work with other law enforcement agencies. We remain a small elite organisation. Until our ranks expand, we must rely on the cooperation of local police, governments, intelligence agencies and corporate security divisions. Always be cautious when requesting information or filing an extradition request. As our jurisdiction widens, we will inevitably experience conflicts with some local officials. Do not resort to unnecessary intimidation in these situations and report any problems to the appropriate UNATCO liaison. Above all, an international law enforcement body requires the respect and support of all participating nations. This is very true. What the hell is that? I don't even know what that thing is.
Grow up, JC.
I'm just looking at your books. The noted failure of previous attempts to create a low-profile rotary aircraft involved the acquisition and retrofitting of available military hardware that had neither the range, sealing, nor electromagnetic transparency to avoid numerous eyewitness accounts of unauthorized military interactions. In addition to exacerbating public misconceptions about governmental operations, such encounters also jeopardized several key missions. Project Dybbuk was initiated to address this issue through the creation of a stealth aircraft that could be used as a platform for a number of mission objectives.
Who do you think you are?
Charming. Hello, Mandalay.
Reporting for duty, sir.
The man himself. Splendid. Do you accept my apologies about the situation topside?
A refreshing change from the academy, sir.
Don't despise training, my boy. Even you would be worthless without the shaping touch of drills and studies.
So the NSF took a shipment of the ambrosia vaccine? Give me a chopper and a pilot and I'll handle it.
I'm sure you could. Yes, indeed. But we're having your brother head up the recovery team. You'll work with Agent Anna Navarra. Why don't we meet when you've seen Jaime for a medical check?
It's called Jaime, not Jamie. Okay, Jaime Reyes.
You'll be briefed at that time.
Yes, sir.
So we need a medical checkup and to get my equipment. Okay.
The Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
Right, I'm going to save the game here because I want to fiddle with some of the stuff in this guy's room and it might go wrong. Okay, so that did nothing.
You'll behave like a professional. That's an order.
Madison High School junior Betty Souza will spend a
That works,
semester
City.
at the Canyon City boot camp, say school officials. The crime? We have verified that she told another student that she knows how to make a bomb, said Principal Martin Gordley. What makes this case notable is that the parents have filed a lawsuit against the school district. Okay, Mandalay. Whoa! Our daughter wears black, said Father Brandon Souza in a prepared statement. She has an occipital jack, and we let her use it to play games. We allowed her to get a tattoo when she turned 16, but none of this makes her a criminal. The parents claim that Betty was discussing a novel by Tom Robbins, taught at Madison High when the mention of explosives occurred. Betty Souza will not be alone in Kansas City. Last year, 15,234 young people served sentences in the state's FBI-run good behavior camps, the legacy of the Northwest War. And we've also got, as science progresses at an ever-increasing rate, more and more advanced technology is finding its way into the hands of the common criminal, resulting in a deadly threat to life and property throughout the world. While it is impractical to restrict the free flow of information already present in the public sector, UNATCO is committed to ensuring, not ensuring, that this threat does not go unaddressed. Even now, UNATCO research and development employs some of the most talented scientific minds in the world to develop proprietary technologies in absolute security for field use by our agents. including such innovations as the XXXXXXX and XXXXXXX, or the life-saving XXXXX. Under no circumstances should agents discuss any piece of equipment or technique currently employed by UNATCO. Agents operating contrary to this directive will face immediately disciplinary action. Within our laboratories lies not just the future of law enforcement, but a safe, secure future for all mankind.
I've got work to do.
Can I go in here? I can. There's a candy bar. And a faucet. Urinal. Toilet. Okay.
Come back when you
So I
see
think on that
Cara
note, guys, we are
Reyes.
going to end this episode here. Just close this door. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then please do like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I shall catch you in the next episode of Deus Ex. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you have a very wonderful day. Thanks again. Bye-bye.